Hi, we're Mark and Gina Cameron with Dreamtown Realty. We're here today to talk to you a little bit about our real estate business, why we got into it, and why we think Wanye Township area is a great place for us to be and something that we can help you with.
I was born and raised in Oak Lawn with my mom and dad and my two brothers.
I grew up in the city of Chicago near Lincoln Square, and then when I was a little before middle school, we moved out to Park Ridge, and I grew up the rest of my time through high school in Park Ridge, Illinois. We moved to Glen Ellen in about 2002, and we stayed there for 10 years. And about 7 years ago, we moved out to Wanye Township in the West Chicago area, and that's where we live now. Gina and I are teachers. We've been teachers for almost 20 years. After we bought our house in West Chicago 7 years ago, Gina and I looked at the process and said, you know, there's got to be an easier way to work with people. There's got to be a way to make the process seem a little bit easier for people that are trying to do this. And we just so happened that a friend of mine who has been in real estate since the 1980s was looking to start a real estate team. And that's why we joined Team Falico. So I called up Craig and we talked with him a little bit about what he was looking for in agents to join his team. And we liked the idea of what he was presenting to us, and we figured we could help people out in the western suburbs. And so here we are.
As educators, we really felt the need to help people in the process of buying homes and really try to guide people along the way, informing them about how to consider financing and looking for the must-haves in their homes and things like that.
Yeah, so it became a lot more about educating people about the process so that they could pick and choose the best home for them and what they wanted. I think that what makes us stand out with us in Team Falico is that we are basically client-centered. We focus on the client's needs. We're there basically 24/7. If you need something, we're available by text, phone, all that stuff, plus it's the customer service. So if you have a problem, we're willing to sit down with you, go through that problem, help you understand what's happening rather than just tell you, hey, this is what needs to happen. We want to make sure that you actually learn the process and understand what's going on. What sets Dreamtown apart from a lot of other places is that we have a huge amount of online marketing. We have things that we do on the internet, we do social media posts, and our goal is to get your information on your property out to as many people as we possibly can to help you sell as fast as possible.
Together we really enjoy traveling. We've been to a lot of different places in the United States. We go camping and hiking and canoeing, rafting, and things like that. And we've also done quite a bit of extensive international travel as well. Personally, I am into working with dogs in the rescue world. We do fostering, and I help with intake at 2 different local shelters and rescues. And then we also do dog training, and I teach classes, and I'm the vice president of our local dog training club.
Some of the things that I enjoy doing is I coach. I coach at a high school wrestling team in the area. I've been a wrestling coach for the last 23 years. I also enjoy things like taking the dogs for walks. We like to go fishing. We are scuba divers whenever we can, if we get to go places where it's warm enough to do it. In the area, I guess one of the things that I really enjoy about living in Wanye Township in the West Chicago area is the fact that across the street from my house is a huge forest preserve. We can take the dogs over there. We can go see the different wildlife that are there because it's one of the things that we really love. I've seen bald eagles in the area. We've seen all kinds of different birds, coyotes, foxes, all those things are just part of the neighborhood. And I think it's one of the things that makes the Wanye Township area, West Chicago, kind of unique, is the fact that you have all of these different areas to just go biking, go canoeing, go kayaking, fishing. All those things are available to anybody that wants to be there.
They also have a lot of different events that occur throughout the year, festivals and things like that. The Forest Preserve offers classes for kids and adults, and there's a lot of opportunities for people living in the area.
One of our favorite places to go in the morning is Flappy's Pancake House, which is right over there on Army Trail. It's right around the corner from our house, so it's pretty convenient to get to. They've always had great food, great service, and it's one of our favorite places to go in the morning.
And for dinner, we usually enjoy Caliendo's in Winfield. Great Italian food. Their stuffed crust pizza is excellent.
Currently we're married, obviously. We have 4 furry, 4-legged friends that are children. We don't have any kids of our own. Our kids are our students at school and the animals that we bring into the house.
The biggest impact on me would have to be my grandma. She was born into a family with 2 deaf parents. She didn't learn how to really talk very well until she was in school, and then once her siblings were born, she really had to take care of everything, and she went shopping for her family, and she really was a person who had to overcome a lot of obstacles in her life, and especially being a woman in her time, going through the Depression and all that. She was able to overcome all that and really create a life of her own here.
I think one of the people that influenced me the most in my life was actually a baseball coach I had when I was in middle school, probably 6th through 8th grade. His name was Al, and I'll never forget Al because he taught us a lot more about just life in general and how to treat people, which is kind of relevant in today's world. Al had this thing where it was just everybody was just having fun playing the game, and it didn't matter who you were, it didn't matter where you came from. It was just all about coming together, joining together as a team. And unfortunately, one of the things that stuck with me from that, knowing Al, was when we were 13, Al passed away from cancer. And so it was one of the cool things was that our whole group of kids that were there all got together. We banded together that summer. We won a couple of championships in the leagues that we were playing in, all in kind of memory of Al. Looking to the future, things that we're hoping for are some more time with family, friends, that kind of stuff. We're also looking to help the community. We're looking to give back to the people of the West Chicago, Wanye Township area that have helped us over the last 7 years get to know the community, make friends in the community, and just for us to be able to be more involved in what's going on and to help other people around us, I think is something that we're really looking forward to doing.
I would tell my students that they really need to follow what their heart tells them, do the things that they're passionate about. Doing things just to please other people is not going to make you a happy person.
And I kind of agree with that. Dealing with high school students the way that I do, one of the things we do talk about is where do they want to be, what do they want to do, and then setting expectations for themselves and finding something that they enjoy doing, and something that is going to be, like Gina said, is going to be their passion. Because if you have that passion to do what you're doing, you're going to want to go to work. You're going to want to go do the things that you're doing. You're going to want to do those types of things. The other thing I would say is to find something that you do that's going to help other people. So no matter what your job is, no matter what you're doing, you find that intrinsic motivation by helping others more so than you do by being selfish and just thinking about everything that you're doing. So no matter what your job is, no matter what you do, find something to give back, because when you give back, you put yourself in a much better place.
I think Wanye Township has a lot of different choices for you. You can be in a community where you have your HOAs and a lot of restrictions. So if you want a community to look a certain way, you have that option. You have the option of a wide variety of unincorporated areas where you can have very unique homes.
We also have a wide variety of restaurants and shops and stores and just different things to do. You've got the Klein Creek Farm, which you can bring your kids and your family to, and you can see the working farm down there. You've got the biking trails that go through the middle of Wanye Township. You've got all those different natural places that you can go to. I already said some of the restaurants, but you've got different restaurants in downtown West Chicago. You've got more of a small town feel in there, and then you also have the more rural feel, a little bit out in the unincorporated areas. So you've kind of got a little bit of everything, And the people there are fantastic. You know, you walk around the streets and you can talk with people, you can say hi to people, start up conversations, and you can't get that in a lot of towns.